Okay, I see we're recording now. Okay, so have you all logged into this website at least or looked at it before? I'm not sure. I can't see anyone. So, okay. I don't know if you've logged into it before, but you'll have to soon. So, I think the portfolios due the Wednesday before Thanksgiving. And basically, we're just going to like show you the proper way to fill it out and provide some tips. So, when you log in, this is what it looks like. And then you're all in the class. What's your class called? It's not pharmacy practice management. What's the name of your class that you do the portfolio in? Do you know? Okay. Well, whatever your class is, ours is called pharmacy practice management. I'm not sure what they call yours. I know they changed the curriculum a little bit. So you'll go in and you'll click view course. And you guys should only have one course there because this is your first time doing it. So you shouldn't have all these other courses there. And then, okay, so it'll say intro to pharmacy. Thank you, Katie. So you'll click intro to pharmacy, view course, and then you'll click that drop down box there and click self assessment. So this is where you get into it, and then you have to hit open library as well. Okay, so this is what it looks like. And we have the number 4 there because we've done this for 4 semesters already, but you guys haven't done any yet. So it should say 0. So basically what happens is there's these different categories. So there's communication and cultural competence, critical thinking and problem solving, evidence-based practice, professionalism, leadership, and then teamwork and interprofessional collaborations. So basically what you do is you pick an assignment that you've done in the semester that you think is the most relevant to that outcome. So for example, if you did like a patient write-up or a SOAP note, you could put that under critical thinking or problem solving. Or if you wrote some type of reflection, you could put that under like leadership, things like that. So what I would recommend doing is picking which assignment you're going to use for each category before you start, because I honestly think the hardest part is finding assignments to use for each category. So like go through and find like reflections or whatever you want to upload and pick what category you're going to put it under. You can use the same assignment for more than one outcome, but you can only use it twice. So if you upload a reflection for communication, you can upload the same reflection for professionalism, but you can only do that 2 times. So you can't use the same assignment for every single category. So does anybody have any questions so far? Okay. So we're going to show you how to make a new entry. So say you decide you want to upload a reflection for communication. So you go to the communication tab there and hit the plus sign. And then, so under the comments section there, you have to have a grade on the assignment that you upload. So say you want to put your reflection in there and you got a 8 out of 10 on it. So in there, I usually just write like I received an 8 out of 10 on this assignment. And I know some people don't do that, but I know of people that have had to redo the portfolio because they didn't put a grade in there. So just type your grade in the comments and then you go to the attach new file and hit choose file. And that's where you'll just like go to your computer and find whatever document you want to upload. So upload your reflection or whatever other assignment you want to put in there. And then under link label, I believe you write the name of the assignment. Raven, do you agree? Is that where you put that?
Yeah, I believe it's like PPM 232 and then dash and then the assignment name.
Yeah. So if you were uploading a reflection, you could put in there, and it was for your your class is intro to pharmacy. So you would put FAR number, whatever the class is, and then you would put like dash reflection. So whatever the name of the assignment is. And then before you update it, you definitely need to check the box that says Maria Bate because that will allow her to see what you're uploading. So just click that check mark and then you hit the add comment / update score Oh, there's an example of what Raven did. So if you scroll down, Raven, see where it says like pharmacy 793J, grade for reflection or whatever, or debate reflection. So that's what kind of how you name your assignment. But that's what it'll look like after you hit add comment. So you can see there what you uploaded. Okay. I don't know how you can do this without hitting save, Raven, because I know you don't actually have anything there.
Do you just want me to attempt to open one of the other ones?
I want to show them how to make a new entry, or once they do that, because you know they have to fill out the questions as well.
Mhm.
Okay,
I'll
so I
just
don't know.
I'll exit out of this one and I'll just go back up like.
Okay. Okay, does anyone have any questions so far? So basically, in short, you pick the assignments that you want for every category, and then you're going to put the assignment under there with the name of the assignment. So after you do that, see over to the right where it says questions for communication right there. So you'll click that little thing. If you click the questions for communication and or cultural competence, it'll pull up the questions you have to fill out for that assignment. So this is filled out already because this is Raven's from last semester. So it's pretty simple. So it says state the name of the item you're writing about. So if you uploaded a reflection, you write whatever the reflection is. She has debate reflection. And then the course number and the course assignment. So ours was pharmacy 793J autoimmune. So yours would be, I don't know the number of your intro to pharmacy class, but whatever the number is, and then intro to pharmacy. And then briefly describe how this helped you improve your communication, blah, blah, blah. So, that's just kind of something that you have to come up with. I always recommend writing at least 3 to 5 sentences. I think if you write at least that much, you're less likely to have to redo it because, they can tell that you tried. Just answer the question exactly as it's worded. So, like, if I was doing this, I'd literally write, this work helped me improve my communication and or cultural competence by, and I would just write something. So if you answer the question exactly the way that it's asked, you have a better chance of not having to redo it. And if you have to redo it, it's really not a big deal. They'll just send you an email and give you another date to resubmit. So it's not like you get in trouble or anything. But if you do it right the first time, you will be less likely to have to do that. And then the look at your entries from last semester, you guys won't have to do that because this is your first time. So don't worry about that. And then briefly indicate how you can continue to improve your knowledge or skills. So basically, I would write like, I can continue to improve my knowledge and communication by, I don't know, just come up with something like by going out of my comfort zone and talking to new people, or, stuff as simple as that is fine. Try to make it personal though. Like, I know a lot of people just write random stuff, but if you really write something that means something to you, I think that's a better choice. But Raven, is this the part that you can get help from the book?
No, that's on the self-evaluation rubric.
Okay. Never mind. So, yeah. So, for this part, just answer the questions exactly as they're asked. And then if you scroll down some more, I don't think you can see it because Raven already submitted this. Raven, can you do a new entry so we can show them how to? Yeah. So, this is what yours will look like. It'll be completely empty. So once you type stuff in it, if you go all the way to the bottom, if you're not done yet, you can hit save changes, and that will allow you to come back later and continue to work on it. So, I mean, this takes a decent amount of time. So I'm sure you won't finish it all in one sitting, but you can save your changes, come back later, add some more, delete some stuff, whatever. But once you hit submit score, it is submitted. So that's another important thing. Once you're done, make sure that you submit, because I know people that they've turned in their portfolio late, not because they didn't finish, but because they didn't hit submit. So just make sure, you hit submit when you're done, and don't hit submit too early because that's, saying that it's done for good. But if you want to come back later, just hit save changes. Okay. So basically you do that for all of the outcomes. And then there's also this self-assessment under critical thinking. So the self-assessment is really what takes the majority of the time. So you'll do a self-assessment for a different outcome every semester. So for your first semester, it might be under communication. So you only have to do one. But oh wait, Raven, can you go back so I can talk them through that? Sorry. So what under self-assessment, you'll hit add new evaluation like Raven did, and then it'll bring up this little, yeah, that. And then it'll say critical thinking. So just click the link and it pulls up the questions. So basically, it gives you all these different categories, and you have to rate yourself as master, competent, developing, or beginner. So it tells you the characteristics on the left, like comprehensively identifies problems, concerns, issues. You can read the rest. But basically, if you scroll down, it gives you a bunch of different categories that you have to rate yourself on the right, and then you have to explain why you gave yourself that rating. So generally, I would say don't rate yourself as a master expert unless you actually think that you are perfect in that area. I think it's harder to explain how you're a master or expert than it would be if you said you're developing or competent. Because if you're developing, you could say, I didn't rate myself as competent or master because I need to improve on this, or my weaknesses are this. So this is really where you can be honest about yourself and just kind of explain why you gave yourself the rating that you did. And I think it also helps to say, I can improve by doing this or things like that. Raven, do you have any tips for how you do this section?
I would definitely agree with the fact that you do not want to rate yourself as master or expert. I think I did that once and they were like, well, I don't really think that's true. So I definitely don't recommend doing that because they will tear you apart if you think you are a master or an expert. And then just make sure that you are answering like all the questions that they ask
Mhm.
and like fully explain all of like these characteristics over here. And for this, a lot of times you don't have to do it to just school things. So like you can apply it to like if you're an intern at a pharmacy, you can apply it to that, or just group projects in general. It doesn't have to be just school. It can be anything in your life. So
Yeah, I'll echo what Raven said. They really actually like to see that. So even if you said, you gave yourself this rating and you said, I did rated myself this because I used to play on a sports team and I experienced this with my teammates or anything, literally anything in your life, they appreciate if you take it outside of school. And same thing when you upload those assignments and you're writing about those assignments that we showed you earlier. Don't just talk about the assignment. Like you could maybe say how the assignment reflected your communication skills, but you could also say, like, in your life, you notice that you're maybe shy in these certain scenarios, like things like that. So they really like if you expand it beyond just school. So that's a huge tip that would definitely help you. So this self assessment does take the longest. So, Raven, if you keep scrolling, you basically just go through, rate yourself, and explain on all of those. And then, oh, I thought this was where you use the book. Is this not where you use the book?
no, that was the emotional intelligence thing.
Okay, sorry. So next we're going to show you the emotional intelligence section. So same with this one. If you want to come back, hit save. If you're ready to submit, hit submit. So under emotional intelligence, same thing. Click the little button and hit add new evaluation. Again, yours won't have anything yet because this is your first time doing it. But see, we have those entries from past semesters. So everything you enter will be there next semester and the semester after that. So it'll say, yours won't say last spring again because this is your first one. It'll say probably list strategies that you can improve whatever, communication or whatever your topic is for that semester. So those specific strategies, I don't know, do you guys have the emotional intelligence book? Did they give you that at orientation? You didn't? Okay. Okay, well, never mind. I mean, it's really not super helpful. I'll show you what it looks like. So we got this at our pharmacy orientation when we were P1s, and it's emotional intelligence for the emotional intelligence section. But basically, if you look in it, it'll tell you like strategies to improve relationship management. So you could just like list a few from the book. But honestly, if you're not sure, you can literally just Google it. You can write anything. Like you could say, I can improve my relationship management by being more caring of others, like literally anything that you think would improve your relationship management. Um, and I think this section just has 3 questions or 4. So this section's not too long. Um, but just answer the questions exactly as they're asked. And like I said, you can definitely Google ways to improve, or if you need any help on this part. It's pretty straightforward. Raven, I don't know if you have anything to add.
This one, since you all didn't get the book, you can also look up a PDF copy. I know that's what we did last semester since I didn't really think to like bring my book home. So you can look it up. And yeah, this one is fairly straightforward and simple. It can basically be however you want it to be.
Yeah, but like I said, I do recommend writing at least 3 sentences. You know, if you write 1 sentence, they're gonna be able to say like, "Okay, they didn't try." Um, and then you might have to redo it. Um, so yeah, just try to write a little bit, and then if you answer exactly what the question's asking, I don't think you'll have any problems. So, I think that's all the sections. Um, does anyone have any questions at all about anything? Because I remember when I was a P1 and I was so confused and I didn't even know what the portfolio was for. But basically, you have to do it because, in order, I think it's for the university to be accredited, we have to do this. And then you'll do entries every semester. So in the spring, you'll have to redo the portfolio and you'll have to do it the semester after that. And you basically, I think they do it to see how you like improve over the years, that kind of thing. So, um, does anyone have any questions? You can send them in the chat if you don't want to speak up. That's fine.
One thing I also wanted to add is that how Taylor said you could put the grade in the comments. A lot of times I just post like a picture of the grade, like I'll go into Soul and I'll screenshot it and like crop it and then just upload it so they can see it. And make sure when you do upload the assignment, it's not just the grade and like the questions that were asked. It has to be actually something that you physically like typed on, wrote on. So it can't just be the assignment itself. It has to be the work that you put for the assignment.
Right. So we'll go back to that example of the reflection. So the reflection that you physically typed and turned in for a grade, you have to turn that into the portfolio. And then you can either type your grade in the comments or you can upload a screenshot of the grade from Soul. Whatever's easier for you. Just make sure you upload the actual assignment and not just the grade. And I believe everything you upload has to have a grade or some sort of feedback. So you can't just upload like a group activity that wasn't for a grade. But if you have feedback on it from a teacher, you can upload it.
Yeah, and make sure you do upload the grades because I didn't know about that first semester and they closed like all of the Soul site from the previous semester. So they couldn't tell me to redo it because obviously I couldn't reach those grades anymore to like show them what I got on it. So they didn't make me like redo that portion or resubmit anything, but do make sure that you submit the grades with it because you'll get a comment back like you didn't supply the grade, even if it was something that you all like physically worked on and you got feedback for.
Okay, so I just got a question. Where do we upload the grading rubric of the assignment? So if you want to, can you go back up, Raven, so we can just show them? So where it says do you just hit edit again, Raven, and add another? Like, no, like under the assignment that you already have open. So like, see where she has, yeah. So I think you would hit that edit button. I personally don't do it this way, so I'm not really sure. But Raven can explain. I believe you just hit that edit button and it'll let you upload another document. Is that right, Raven?
What are we doing exactly?
We're uploading the grade, she said.
Oh, yeah. So if you're gonna do that, all you have to do, oh, I don't. Okay, yeah, you would just click that. Hold on. So you would just like add a comment or whatever, yeah, or you could click edit, and then yeah, you could just add the grade. But if you don't type the grade, did she want us to say evaluation on these? I'm pretty sure she said to just leave.
I'm not sure, but yeah, if you upload the screenshot of the grade, you just hit like choose file right there and
Yeah.
upload the screenshot.
Yeah, and then you would write like the same thing, like PPM, blah blah blah, and just say grade for assignment or like grade for whatever you titled the assignment.
Yeah.
And then again, make sure you allow Dr. Abate to see it.
And also, can you go back, Raven, so I can show them this? So every time on the home screen, sorry. So every time that you hit that add new evaluation, that will add another assignment. So if you're just adding the grade, you just want to hit edit on the right side. But like if you want to, so say hypothetically, you want to upload 2 different assignments for one section for under communication. You can do that, but to do that, you have to hit add new evaluation. So every time you hit add evaluation, it's going to add a new place for you to upload an assignment. So they actually recommend that we upload multiple assignments, like 2 for the category that you're doing the reflection, that you're doing the self-assessment for that semester. I know a lot of people don't, but that's what they want us to do, but you don't have to. So I believe your self-assessment will be communication, just because I think it's the first one. So they might want you to upload 2 different assignments under communication, but like I said, you don't have to. So does anybody have any other questions? Okay, if no one has any questions, sorry, can you hear me now? That's all that we really had prepared. So hopefully that helped a little bit, hearing it from a student perspective. It's not as serious as it sounds. Don't let it intimidate you. It's not a big deal. If you mess it up, they'll just send you an email and let you fix it. It's not the end of the world. So if anybody has any other questions about it, feel free to email me. And we are posting this video if anybody wants to reference it later. Okay, I have a question. 1 second. So the question was, we have assignments like the drug information question from Dr. Blommel, but he hasn't graded it yet. Does that mean we can't submit that assignment? Unfortunately, I think that's what it means usually. So when I was a P1, I think we got our assignment from Dr. Blommel back, the same assignment. I think we got it like the day or 2 before the portfolio was due. So I was able to upload it. But until you get a grade or some sort of feedback, I don't think that you can put it in the portfolio. Do you agree, Raven?
Yeah, and personally, like I'm planning on doing my portfolio, like all of it tomorrow night. So we have assignments that I would like to add, but I know if I don't do it tomorrow, I'm just not going to get to it. So it's just one of those things where I have to pick a day and sit down and do it. So I'm just going to have to use the assignments that have already been graded for this semester. Like Taylor said earlier, you can post 2 things for one, or you can post one thing for 2 different sections if you want, so that it is possible, but I've personally never done that, but I know Troy also said he regularly does that. So it's not a big deal, whatever method you decide to take.
All right, does anyone have any other questions? Feel free to email us as well. I know this can be confusing. My first semester, I didn't even know what it was. Like, I was just so confused. So I understand how you're feeling right now. So feel free to reach out if you have questions, reference this video if you need it. And that's all that we had prepared for you guys. So I hope you have a good evening and good luck doing the portfolio.
I have a question real quick. So
Sure.
when you're putting the link label, do you always put the intro class, or if you were using like an assignment from a different class, would you put that class?
You just put the class that the assignment's from. So like if you're uploading like that, the drug info assignment, what class is that in?
That's for our intro class. I think most of the assignments we have are from intro, so that makes sense. But maybe we would use one from like IPPE.
Yeah, that's fine. Or so like if you uploaded assignment from drug delivery, you would just put drug delivery in
Okay.
there. Yeah.
Okay.
Good
Thank
question.
you.
So the core ELMS site is, I believe, where you put the flu shot. They're all very similar. And then the core comp MS is where the portfolio is. So they're like kind of the same, but they're a little different. So there's core comp MS and core ELMS. So if you're on the website, it'll usually say, like, there's like a little drop down and you can switch to the other website if you're on it. You're welcome. Okay, Raven, can you hear me? Can
Yeah,
hear
do you want me to stop recording?
Yeah, you can stop recording and save the video. I have to get off of here really fast because I have a meeting